people get hungry. I mean, you can feed them salad all day long, but the next time somebody brings a piece of, you know, strawberry shortcake or a burger around, people are going to say, yeah, you know what, I like salad, but man, this burger is good. And right now, all we got is vegetarian car companies here in the US. They're just serving salads. So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. Hey everybody. So today, probably going to go on a little bit of a rant here. So today, Chevy announced, or GM announced, that they're no longer making a Malibu, which, other than the Corvette, I believe is the only other car that GM was making. And Ford basically has stopped making everything other than cars, other than the Mustang. Chrysler's already said they're not going to be making any more cars after what, next year or whatever, except for electric stuff. And so basically the big three have become truck companies. That's it. Now I grew up, I'm 57, so I grew up in the 80s and the 70s when there was tons of different cars, different vehicles. And you know, so all you hear from all the big three and the car industry is, oh, cars are dead. Everybody wants SUVs. Everybody wants SUVs. Everybody wants SUVs. Well, I don't really buy that because there's a lot of cars still being made. There's a ton of cars still being made. You know who makes cars? Nissan, Mercedes, Toyota. Oh yeah. How about Porsche? How about Audi? How about Volvo? How about Mitsubishi? How about every other car company? Hyundai, Subaru. Everybody makes cars. You know who's not making cars anymore? The US companies. And it has nothing to do with whether they could sell them. Has nothing to do with their demand for them. Because if there was not a demand for them, then how are all the Japanese and Asian car manufacturers doing so well? They're doing great. What about all the Germans? You know, Volkswagen doing great. Audi doing wonderful. There's more Audis than there ever was before. Mercedes doing good. And I don't want to hear that they're all high-end cars because they cost about the same. How about Nissan, Toyota, Honda? Man, Honda cars keep their value. The fact is that the US has given up on being creative. They're giving up, the big three have given up on doing what made them who they were. They're doing what's easy, and they're trying to force stuff. They tried to force the electric car on people, and look how that's been working out for the last couple months. If you watch somewhere like Flying Wings, even he bought a $130,000 Audi electric car that's now worth 65 grand. They can't give Volts away. Even the trucks, the Lightnings, Ford stopped making them. But Tesla cars, I mean, Tesla's still doing what Tesla does, although I don't think their pickup truck's worth a shit, because number one, it ain't a pickup truck, there ain't no bed. Number two, every video you see of a Tesla does not, you know, you want to impress me with a Tesla and tell me it ain't a golf cart? Go drive it through the ocean waves on the beach. You could take this F-150 right here. You could take that Honda. You could take my Nissan pickup truck. You could take any truck that you see, any pickup truck you see here, and go down to the Gulf of Mexico, onto the beach, and drive through salt water and not worry about a thing. Try doing that with your Tesla truck. Your Tesla truck going to catch fire. It's going to burn up. That's what happens. That's what happens when batteries get in salt water. You never see it going off-road. And I don't mean off-road by driving across a lawn or down a dirt road. I mean off-road. So I mean trails. I mean four-wheel drive that you need, that kind of off-road. Taking your canoe to your favorite spot to go fishing, or driving up to your favorite deer stand to go hunting. That kind of four-wheel drive. You'll never see that with the Tesla truck. But this is more about cars. How come the U.S. has given up on designing cool cars? I don't know. You tell me. What's going on? We have no imagination anymore. We have engineers that are all coming from the same schools, the same mindset, the same practical crap. For a while there, we were getting really cool cars. We got a new Challenger. We got a new Camaro. We got the new Mustang, which is so funny because a lot like Hollywood, if you watch Hollywood now, Hollywood can't come up with an original idea either. Every TV show is a remake of an old show. Every game show is a remake of an old show. Every movie is a remake or part 17 of a series. Because big business in America is not creative. They don't want creative. They don't know creative. They wouldn't know creative if something slapped them in the face and said, hey, here's creative. They take no risk whatsoever. The only thing that our companies in the United States understand or want to do is make shareholders happy. Making shareholders happy. And maybe that's why, if you watch the history of the Chevy brothers, the Dodge brothers, Henry Ford didn't give a crap about his shareholders being happy. Henry Ford Jr. even less. But we don't have those now. Now corporates are run by committee, and those committees, just like Disney, just like the movie industry, just like CBS, they're conglomerates of companies that have absolutely no foresight or idea. All they want to do is make sure that tomorrow's stock price is better than today. It has nothing to do with customer service. It has nothing to do with being creative. It has nothing to do with how the future is going to be. They go, well, nobody wants a car. Well, nobody wants a car because you're not building a car. Well, we don't sell enough Camaros. When was the last time anybody saw a Camaro commercial? Mustangs have commercials. Dodge brothers had commercials. But you never saw a Chevy Camaro commercial. You never saw a commercial for, honestly, you never saw commercials for an Impala or the Malibu. They don't make commercials for those. They just assume people would buy them if they needed them. But I can tell you right now, during NASCAR, there's basically only car, I'm gonna say the only car that's advertised in NASCAR comes from Toyota and Nissan. Mostly Toyota, because Toyota races there. You don't really see anything from Chevy. You don't see anything about Camaro. You don't see anything about the Mustang. You don't see anything about a Corvette. You don't see car commercials anymore. You see truck commercials all day long. Truck commercials, you know, Buick only has trucks. You want to tell me how Buick is going to last just selling SUVs? It's not. Buick will be gone. Pontiac is gone. Pontiac sold cars. You don't see Trans Ams or anything else anymore. I mean, you had them. If you build it, they will come. And the big three of the U.S. has forgotten. If you build it, they will come. If you tell people that the only cars we're going to build are SUVs, four-door cars, and pickup trucks, well, of course, that's what they're going to look at because that's all you have. The biggest problem is, the big three in America are playing against each other again like they did in the 70s when they didn't know what the hell was going on. And they just decided, hey, you know what? As long as we build trucks and all, you know, as long as they look at their competition as Ford Motor Corporation, GM, and Mopar. That's it. Because if they really looked at the competition, the best selling vehicles are the cars. You can't, there's not a teenager in the world that really can come out and afford a brand new $50,000 pickup truck. You can't. And the cheapest pickup trucks, even at $35,000, $40,000, they can't afford them. What they can afford? A small little Nissan, small little Honda, small little Mitsubishi, little cars. Now, I'm not a fan of little cars, but I'll tell you right now, if the U.S. brands stop making them, somebody's going to. They are. So I don't know what's wrong with the big three. My rant is that the designers you have, get rid of them, dump them. Go hire the people from Japan. Go hire the people in Germany. You know, there was a group at Ford that designed a GT. There was an awesome group here at GM that designs the Corvette. There's a really good group over at Ford that designs Mustangs. You want to sell four-door cars, you want to sell sedans, you want to make some real money, come up with the next Nissan Sentra, but make it come from Chevy, make it come from Ford, make it come from Mopar. The little Sentra, man, I can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Sentra everywhere. Kia, the little Kia cars, they're all over the place. Mitsubishi, I have no idea. I think I think it's called a Galant, but there's a ton of Mitsubishis around. Mazda, man, Miatas took over the SCCA. In fact, right here, look, there's another one. What's that? That's a Hyundai. There you go. There's a Hyundai. Hyundais are all over the place. Hyundai cars. And yet, for some reason, for some stupid reason, the big three in the U.S. can't figure that out. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. The only cars they think are worth a damn are electric cars. And I'm telling you, that's so far off. There's just no infrastructure. Everybody knows it. It's already now been proven. Car sales slumped. They did everything they could except give them away. And even the people that they gave them to don't want them anymore because they can't drive them. When you gotta drive 30 miles out of your way to get to something to charge, place to charge them, so that you could drive 40 miles the other way, it doesn't work. Anyway, every time I see Chevy, when they just got rid of the Camaro a couple months ago, now their last car, which is the Malibu, which by the way used to be the Chevelle. But you know what? Gives an opportunity. Maybe if they all go out of business, then maybe somebody can buy them up. Kind of do what Dodge did for a bit there, where that conglomerate bought up Dodge and then made some really cool cars. Viper, the Challenger, you know, Charger. And, you know, if not, I mean, somebody's going to do it. They're going to do it. Because right now, people get hungry. I mean, you can feed them salad all day long, but the next time somebody brings a piece of, you know, strawberry shortcake or a burger around, people are going to say, yeah, you know what? I like salad, but man, this burger is good. And right now, all we got is vegetarian car companies here in the U.S. They're just serving salads. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a company, I don't know who, I don't know when, I don't know where. It's probably not going to come from the U.S., but somebody's going to come down with some really good burgers. And then a lot of people are going to be out of work here. A lot of money's going to be lost. And the executives, rightfully so, hopefully will lose their jobs. And maybe somebody else will come in and say, we can make a better burger again. Because we used to be the head of the muscle cars. We used to have all the cars. Remember the fins and then the long giant cars. You know, we had the 50s with the fins. We had the big cars of the 30s and 40s. And then after the fins of the 50s, we had the cars, the 63s, the Fairlanes, the really cool giant cars, like those big Chrysler 300s that you could fit a whole nother car in the trunk and everything. And then we had the muscle car era, you know. And then we even had some cool cars in the 80s, you know, that you had the Mustang GT, the convertible, all this stuff. You had a ton of different cars. And some of them were, look, they were four-door cars, but nowadays, four-door Chevelle from 1970 or something, they're collectors and they're going for a lot of money. I just wish I wish somebody would see that it's worth having cars. I like having trucks. I like having a car too. So let BMW, I guess, or Volkswagen or Audi or Mercedes, or like I said, all the Asian cars, your Mitsubishis, your Hondas, your Nissan, your Toyota, you got Subaru, all those guys, they're taking over and we're letting them, and that sucks. But you know, what are you gonna do? If you put the wrong people in charge, then you get the wrong thing, right? All right, guys. Well, I hope you like salad, because it looks like that's what we're getting from the U.S. automakers is salad, and that sucks. If there's somebody out there that's got an extra $1 billion, maybe invest in a car company other than Tesla. Let's not do the electric thing. Let's bring back some dinosaur power, some nice dinosaur power into some cool-looking cars. You know, it basically takes as much money to make an ugly car as it does a really cool-looking car. Seriously, it does. All right, thanks. Talk to you next time. Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.